Now, Dangote Petroleum Refinery said the recent adjustment of its ex-depot price of premium motor spirit is directly related to the significant increase in global crude oil prices. The ex-depot price of petrol has been adjusted from 899 naira 50 kobo to 950 naira per litre, marking a 5% increase. However, Dangote Refinery emphasized that this increase is notably lower than the 15% rise in global crude oil prices. Dangote Petroleum Refinery, in a statement, also clarified that it has chosen to absorb part of the increased logistics costs in a bid to maintain consistent pricing across the country. Arise business analyst Chika Mbonu joins me now to discuss this further. Good morning to you, Mr. Chika. Happy New Year to you. Our first chat this year.
First chat this year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Same to you.
Have you been?
Very well, thank you. Always a pleasure to have you here. Well, quite a lot of moving parts already this year, but let's begin with the Dangote Refinery adjusting petrol prices and absorbing 50% of global crude oil prices.
Well, I mean, I was going through the Dangote press release, and the first paragraph said, "We wish to clarify the recent adjustment to our export price of PMS is directly related to the significant increase in global crude oil prices."
Yeah.
That's the first paragraph. Then he goes to the last paragraph and he says, "We would like to express our gratitude to the President of Nigeria for the introduction of the visionary Naira for Crude initiative. This groundbreaking initiative has enabled consistent access to high-quality DDDs, while also insulating Nigerians consumers from the volatility in the Nigerian oil market." So, in the first paragraph, you say that the reason for the adjustment is due to the global oil market prices moving. In the last paragraph, you say the Naira crude was meant to shield us from that. So, there's some gaps there. But, they have explained it that whereas the increase in crude oil prices is about 15%, they've only passed on about 5% of that. But be that as it may, this is the real deregulation, the impact of deregulation now. We are going to get to a situation where prices will be adjusted one of these days and we don't even know it. We just like you go to the market today, you buy a basket of tomatoes for 20,000, and the next day you go, they say it's 21,000. No press conference, no nothing. That's the way it's supposed to be, because once you deregulate it, the market forces take care of it. Now, so the issue therefore has, as it said here, is that we have said several times in this program that the primary input to the calculation of the last price for the PMS is the price of crude oil. Now, so there's a crude oil that comes in, and then the processing cost inside Dangote Refinery and plus Dangote margin will give you the last price. So the one that the government has control over, or the NNPC and Dangote thought about, is what? The price of crude oil. So at what price do they get it? And when the prices move internationally, how are they adjusted? And that's what affects the pump price. But point is this, that once you have a deregulated environment, be ready for the prices to move up and down. And the moving up and down is where the down is where I'm going to worry about, or I'm going to focus on, because Nigerians believe that whatever goes up will never come down. So if Dangote is moving up the price, because crude oil prices moved up, to $80 from $72, we will expect also that immediately that the crude oil prices move down again, let's say even to $60 per barrel, of course, we should get very good retail prices for PMS, and that's basically that. So this is the consequence of the deregulated market, and that's basically what it is, and we can't do much about it. But remember again, they said that the retail price based on their partnership petrol stations would be about 970. That if they had let the full impact of the crude oil price increase, which is 15%, to be adjusted for, the pump price would have been about 1,150 or 1,200, and that means that they're just worry about Nigerians' welfare, and that's why they're living that 970.
Right. So these realistic expectations would also apply to, of course, when we see a fluctuation when it comes down, and then we expect for that to also impact.
We expect it to
quite
come down, and then most
well.
importantly, again, remember the impact of the refinery, other refineries. We are hoping that Vodaka refinery will be optimally operated, Warri refinery optimally operated, Boa refinery when it comes on stream. So you have multiple sources, supply sources, and that will also provide some stability in the market. Right. And then moderate the prices too, and there'll be competition, better competition.
Right, absolutely. We've also seen the refinery keep the SPM ex-vessel price, $8.95 per litre.
Yes.
So that should cushion some effects for the consumer as well. Well, let's move on and look at Nigeria joining BRICS to become the 9th partner country. What are your immediate reactions to that?
The world is a very interesting place.
It really is, isn't it?
It's a play of the power blocks. On the highest level. So you have America there as a power block, China as a power block, and Russia as a power block. And so everything so far is aligned towards America being the number one superpower, economically and otherwise. Yeah. And so when you talk about you can't analyze the BRICS without talking about the G7 or G8 countries. Remember the time it was G8 countries, including Russia, which were the 8 largest economies in the world. But what happened is that Russia, when he invaded Crimea in 2014, I think, they were expelled or were suspended indefinitely. And 2017, Russia elected to leave the G8 totally, and then so Russia left G8. So now G8 became G7. G7, the G there means a group of 7 countries or group of 8 countries in the world. Now, so you can analyze the BRICS now. So you find that nations in the world must always find where to cluster. Because when you stand alone as a brick, if a stone is standing alone, the wind can blow it away easily. But when you have several stones together, it's difficult for the wind to just blow it away. So countries feel safer if they cluster together, so that they don't punch you alone. When they punch you, your brothers and sisters will come out. So you're not in G7 or G8. You have to find an association to belong. And the next available one became the BRIC countries. But you see, the story of the BRIC countries is very interesting because it didn't start like that from the beginning. It started from one of the researchers in Goldman Sachs. They set up a fund that focused on what they call BRIC countries. They identified those BRIC countries as B for Brazil, R for Russia, I for India, and C for China. That's how I started in 2009 initially. So it was they were using it privately in the Goldman Sachs as their reference point for managing those countries. And then those countries subsequently adopted that name and formed the association around it. Initially, for BRIC, as I mentioned, South Africa was admitted in 2010. Now, but you see, a counterpoint to like a G7 or the G8. That's what BRIC is. Yeah, we don't belong to G8, but we're relevant.
Alternative,
We're relevant. Well, so our GDPs are very high, so we can't just be there and just become the boys. So we want to have an association. So they formed this association and started belonging there. Now, what's happened now is that America, you even hear Trump talk about it. America has seen those who belong to the BRICS as almost like anti-America. And then so other countries are saying, my loyalty is it, how will America feel it if I join BRICS? And so that's how this partner country thing was created. So you have the full membership of BRIC, and then you have the partner countries. The partner countries are not full members, but you get some benefits of belonging to that. And that's how Nigeria become that. Now, the other thing that I want to push out there is that when you start seeing some countries there, names there, in an association like Belarus, Cuba, Kazakhstan, you start worrying about those associations that maybe this cluster are those who are not, not comfortable with American hegemony or whatever it is. And that's basically what it is. So Nigeria has become a partner country. We're not full members, and want to get the benefits of that because we don't want to take two legs and enter into that session because we don't also want to get America upset.
Right.
I think so.
So in terms of, you're talking about the strategic alliance here, like thinking about it extremely strategically. If we look at the diplomacy around this decision, would you say, as some experts have questioned, that even the partner membership, is it in Nigeria's best interest?
Because of the fact, remember now that we're looking for anchors for our economy. We're looking for things that are good for our economy. Looking for partnerships for our economy. So we may not offend 100%, we may just partially offend, just enable us to get the benefits of some of the things we require. Our economy is looking for anchors and support, and our president is going around looking for how to, reflect our economy, get new investments and so on and so forth into our country. So, yes, there are some maybe disadvantages. Talked about the fact that United Nations, being a member of the United Nations Group 1, will you hurt our status? And so on and so forth. But the issue is that I'm sure that in the hot boiling room, they looked at it and said, see, the benefits, remember China is there, we're looking for investment. Brazil is there, we're looking for investment. Russia is there, we're looking for investment. These are countries that South Africa, our brothers are there. Let's just test the water with one leg. You won't be there totally in, but let's just answer partner. We're not full members, so that we don't upset the other partnership we have, principally America.
Right.
I think some of that thinking may have gone in this decision that we made.
I like the way you put that.
Yeah.
So it's snowballing into some sort of strategic geopolitical diplomacy, which, you never really go wrong with, right?
Yeah.
If you have to be really smart about it. Well, let's look next at the African Development Bank and PowerGen announcing a strategic partnership with international investors.
Yeah, I mean, in the sub-Saharan Africa, depending on the report where you read it, we're told about 540 million citizens don't have access to power. And it's been a problem trying to do the mega projects to provide power to these citizens through the normal projects that we know, the mega power projects. And so consistently now there are issues of microgrids, and semi-grids towards making sure that power is available to citizens of Africa. And that is that. And the new investments, are not going to the fossil fuel projects. They are more going towards renewable energy. And because of the front-loading the risks involved, it's only can be a lot of development agencies. If you look at those who have made investments, they are the people who are actually a lot of development agencies who understand the advantages of having renewable energy, power projects, and the importance of power to the life of citizens. And if citizens have power, and a lot of things will happen. So I think Nigeria, Sierra Leone, I think the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, have been chosen as the pilot countries to run this. And we cannot have too much power. We still have a major problem of power and availability in Nigeria. And so this is commendable for me. And we hope that, again, they'll manage it properly and make sure that it gets to the areas of our country and the people, citizens of our country where they're needed most. Yeah,
it's certainly always laudable, anything to do with power. We need these kinds of initiatives. I take it that the transaction has reached its initial financial close, right?
Yeah, they have achieved the financial close, and it's January. And of course, there'll be subsequent inflows of debts and equity down the line, but at least that. Some people lead the funding, normally in every funding program you're going to have, and then subsequently some people just, I see Abi there, Abi is a good risk taker, Abi would have analyzed the risk, okay, let me go and join them now,
Right, and there are quite a number of players in the spot, so lots to look forward to.
Exactly.
All right, Arise business analyst Chika Mbonu have been chatting with. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow, hopefully.